Have you ever received an extravagant invitation? And did you accept it or reject it? Have you ever received an extravagant invitation? And did you accept it or did you reject it? I have a modern day parable I'd like to share with you. Kind of opens the door for what we're going to discuss this morning. To their amazement, a young struggling couple received in the mail an extravagant invitation from a prominent couple in their community to join them on a vacation to Maui. The details from the written invitation included a description of each couple's travel accommodations. Reserved for the young couple was the following: first-class airline seats, a 12-cylinder Ferrari to drive during their stay, 10 days at Maui's Grand Wailea Resort, reservations each evening at one of Maui's finest restaurants, 14 sets of 100% silk Tommy Bahama clothing, and $1,000 cash for ancillary expenses. The inviting couple would travel in the rear of the aircraft, drive a Chevrolet Impala, stay at a modest franchise hotel, eat at fast food restaurants, wear bathing suit shorts and T-shirts. The bottom of the invitation read, "Please RSVP." After a domestic conflict, the couple agreed that they could not accept the gift, and they sent back their response declining the offer. That weekend, after a Sunday jog, the young husband routinely picked up his copy of the local newspaper, only to be astonished by the front page story featuring how the successful .com billionaire couple had sent the extravagant invitation to everyone in their community, and only a relative few had responded affirmatively. The couple said that they were amazed at the responses, which fell into two different styles of declining. One was an embarrassed, shaming response that saw the offer as a way for the couple to power up on the less fortunate. The second featured a desire to compensate the couple in some way for the offer. However, some couples did accept. The article noted how the eccentric businessman gave the affirmative responses to his marketing staff, who completed a demographic analysis of those who accepted the invitation, and to their amazement, there were no social or economic correlations, none. People from all income and status brackets had accepted. The author of the newspaper article ended the interview with this question to the .com executive: why do you think some couples said yes while others said no? Why do you think some couples said yes while others said no? The contemplative executive reflected and said, I guess there's a reluctance in all of us to accept a gift we feel we did not earn. Personal dignity, I guess. Why are some people willing to accept the gift of eternal and abundant life offered by God through Jesus Christ, and others are not? Kelly asked me to kind of think back on the Heaven series and the whole concept, and kind of offer today a so what, now what. My question here today is the question that I think Jesus addresses in the parable that he shared 2,000 years ago, and that is, what are you going to do with heaven's invitation? What have you done with heaven's invitation? We're going to look at a parable. If you want to turn in your Bibles to Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. Jesus is in a context where he's headed to the cross. He's in the temple courts, and he's sparring with the Pharisees and the elders and the teachers of the law, who are hard-hearted and proud. And we see kind of three movements in the parable. The parable means literally to throw alongside. It's an earthly truth thrown alongside a spiritual one. Scholars think, I've shared this with you before, that parables have 1, 2, maybe 3 points. We see kind of 3 movements, kind of 3 scenes in this parable, and so we're going to share 3 points, if you will, of the parable. So if you want to turn there, Matthew 22, verses 1 through 7. We'll read the 7 verses first. what we're going to see first is the invitation rejected. The invitation rejected. Jesus spoke to them again in parable, saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused to come. Then he sent some more servants and said, 'Tell those who have been invited that I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet.' But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field, another to his business. The rest seized his servants, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his army and destroyed those murderers and burned their city."